You know Cam Newton MVP season? He had 19 touchdowns and 11 picks through 8 games. You know what he had last year? 19 touchdowns and 4 picks through 8 games. This dude is playing at a high level. Dink and dunk, call it what you want. Without Cam Newton, the Carolina Panthers are not even in contention, without question. Carson Wentz, they won a Super Bowl without him.
Oh.
Cam.
Oh, who got him there?
Wow. Cam, as recently as 4 seasons ago, that was the Super Bowl campaign where they got to the game, was voted by his peers the #1 player in the NFL. That's an NFL with Aaron Rodgers in his prime, with Tom Brady, with everybody. Cam Newton was the #1 player according to his peers in the NFL. And he's a one-man band. But in the NFL, a one-man band can only make so much music. And let me tell you what I hold against Cam. In the Super Bowl, I don't care about the post-game presser and all that stuff. Jump on the ball, Cam. Cam, there's a ball on the ground. It's the Super Bowl, and you can still win the game. Jump on the ball. Maybe I'm overly influenced by moments like that, but I hold that against him to this day.
Fair.
Carson Wentz never hit the heights Cam has hit quite yet. However, as recently as 2 seasons ago, by week 13 when he got hurt, he was the best player in the NFL. He was better than everybody. He was the #1 guy. He would have won the MVP that year. Now, he doesn't know how to lead a locker room yet. And that Joe Santoliquito piece that came out about the locker room and the rift and the Foles crowd versus the Wentz crowd, Foles was a better leader. But if you paid attention to what was written, it's not that Foles is a bad guy or his teammates don't like him.
Wentz.
Wentz. Wentz just doesn't know how to lead them yet, but he's willing to learn. He's trying. Now let's look at his production on the field. Wentz was the first guy to come along since Aaron Rodgers was in his prime, where you looked at the whole package. Not like Cam, you're like, well, the accuracy down the field, whatever. Wentz was the first guy to come along. Luck, you thought maybe he had a chance, but he never played in a way that thought, oh, he's going to replace Aaron Rodgers. Wentz came along, he said, there's something there. There is something there. And that guy is tough as nails. I was at the game when he hurt himself against the Rams, got back on the field, completed 3 more passes before he went. I mean, he's tough. Mahomes is now the guy who we can all see is going to replace Aaron Rodgers. But Wentz was that for, like, everyone's about Mahomes versus Baker Mayfield, AFC. I think this era is going to be Mahomes versus Wentz. I think Wentz is a better pocket passer than Cam. I think Wentz has been better recently than Cam, and I'm going with Carson Wentz.
Wow. Let me take a deep breath here, because I'm going to be a minute, all right? You guys talk as if Cam Newton is doing this consistently. You speak as if Cam Newton is going to be the same player year in and year out. I'm learning to believe in analytics. And analytics talk about basically the probability that you're going to do something, okay? The higher probability. The anomaly of Cam Newton is his MVP season of 2015. 1 year. What is more the norm? More of the norm is he's around a 60% passer completion percentage, okay? And he's a guy that has to play with a physical style. Well, with that physical style he has to play with, he's gotten hurt. He just had shoulder surgery, okay? Carson Wentz, although, yes, his body has not been durable so far with the ACL and the broken back, I've still seen more of a higher probability with him than I've seen with Cam Newton as far as consistent play. Max, you point out he's a better pocket passer. That's not even in question, okay? That's number 1. Number 2, let's look at the weapons, because you're only as good as the people that are going to help you and the people that are surrounding you, okay? Which weapons would you rather have? Let's take a look at Carson Wentz. Deshaun Jackson, we know what he can do. He was in Tampa, he comes back. Alshon Jeffrey, Zach Ertz, Dallas Goedert. I can stop there. Let's look at Cam Newton's weapons. Greg Olsen, I mean, he's got a year or 2 left, probably a tight end. Okay, Christian McCaffrey, he is the hope, boy. They're going to throw it to him. He's going to run it. He's the one weapon. DJ Moore.
So far, they're matching up pretty good, McCaffrey and Olsen.
DJ Moore, okay. Who else are we looking at here? Torrey Smith.
Yeah.
I think the weapons
receiver is where it goes.
I think the weapons lean toward the Eagles. So in the question, because Molly said, who do you want this season?
Yeah.
If we were talking about 5 years ago when Cam was voted the best player by his peers, I'd be with you. If we were talking about 2015, I'd be with you. But we're talking about 2019, even with Carson Wentz having all the questions about his injury history, even with Carson Wentz knowing whether or not he can lead a football team, I am still going with Carson Wentz over Cam Newton because I don't trust Cam Newton when the game is on the line and he can't run you over and put the S on his chest to throw the football from the pocket. I trust Carson Wentz more. To me, this is a no-brainer. Like
But
this
what
is
about
easy
the
here.
availability
Okay.
factor?
So-
31% of his games he missed already.
We going potential, okay? We're going potential of Carson Wentz being good. Why don't you knock Carson Wentz for the same things that's happened to Cam Newton? Why is Cam Newton, because he's a better pocket passer? That's the only, because everything else we look at, Cam has been an MVP. Carson Wentz was in the running and would have won it, as you guys say. So we 1-1 there. Cam Newton, big, physical, showed the propensity to throw the ball down the field, went to a Super Bowl. And I beg you this, if it hadn't been for Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, Cam Newton probably would have won the Super Bowl.
If I was 4 inches tall, I'd be in the NBA. So let's not talk about if, though.
But
I mean, come
here's the
on.
deal. Here's what I'm trying to tell you. When you start talking about players, right, and we breaking down these individuals, everybody can see the upside of Carson Wentz. Everybody can see that he has the potential to be that. But we talking about what he's been. He's been an injury-prone quarterback.
We're predicting what they will be.
What they
right?
will be.
Okay.
This season.
So this is what I'll
This
say about
season.
Wentz. This is what I'll say about Wentz that supports your argument, but ultimately I'll tell you why I disagree. Wentz is tough, and Wentz can run. Wentz doesn't know how to run outside the pocket yet. He has this look about him like you're like, that dude's gonna get hurt running. And even though you could say the same thing about Cam because he takes too many hits,
right?
But Cam, the thing you worry about with Cam taking the hits outside the pockets is he runs so much. He almost looks for contact. He's so big and strong. Wentz, it's like he just as tough as he is and as well as he runs, at the moment of impact, it's like that looks a little awkward, brother.
Yeah,
a little bit awkward.
I'll agree with that.
But that's the one
right, guys.
thing. Everything else goes to Wentz. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.